guys, I am Abeer. This is day 6 of the 7-day Python masterclass that I'll be teaching. So, last class we left off with this practice problem. You can read it, but let's jump to the solution. So, we initialize a variable, we set it to 0. We run a while loop, which says while this variable is less than 10, we keep on printing out test. And on each iteration we increase the variable by 2, so it goes 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and as soon as that variable reaches 10 we do print vars 10. So let me just write it out. So python ex.py, created in the last video. So here we can see it goes test, 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 vars 10. So it printed out 5 times because in each iteration we increase it by 2. Okay, so now next topic is for loops and ranges. So for loops are used to iterate over items in a list or in dictionary or in tuples, or you can just iterate over each and every item, and they perform a certain action using those items, and they're better than while loops because in the last video I showed you the infinite while loops that we ran, and if you have that kind of thing running in a code which is very big, then you're gonna have some problems, a lot of problems. Okay, so they're superior to while loops because you can do more stuff with them. And ranges are, they give numbers in a range. They give it in a list format, so a list containing numbers from 1 to 10. You can manually use that. Let me show you. So we can do num is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. But instead of that, we can do range of 1 to 11. Here I have specified 11 because ranges are non-inclusive of the last number, so it will go up to 11 but not including it, so it will go from 1 to 10. And if we were to print it out, yeah, it won't work like this normally. So anyways, let's look at this syntax. My list, we just make a list, and then for x in my list, this x can be any variable, it's just a counter variable you're using. For x in my list, print x. So what it will do is it will look up my list. Okay, we have my list over here, and for x, for each item, it's saying, so it will do thing 1, print it out, thing 2, print it out, it will print 2, and it will print true. Okay, so some syntax using ranges. See, this is what I showed you. For I in range 1 to 11, print I. Let me just show you using that. So for I in, and see here we earlier had x, now we have I. You can make it anything. I am just using it for integer. And 11, we can just do print I. So it will print every integer in this 1 to 11 range. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is for loops, and we can also do them with lists. Let me show you. So make a new my list, and 1, 5, name false, and instead of this range we can just do my list for I in my list, or you can also make this thing for thing in my list, print that thing. No, thank you. Now, if we were to save this and run it, 1 5 name false. That's exactly what we have. 1 5 name false. We can also do it with dictionaries. My dict. And the reason I'm not using I'm using my after this, because if we just did dict, that's a function in Python, and list is also a function to convert something to list. So let's see, my dict is let's do Abeer and then roll number 1, and let's do Hef roll number 2. So for this one, there's a thing, you need to give 2 count variables. One is for the key and one is for the value. So I will print the key and then the value. Now let's change this to my dict. So we do key for every key and every value in my dict dot items. This function, you need to also have this function with the dictionary name for it to actually work. Okay, if I run it, boom, it gives out Abeer 1 Hef 2. So those were dictionaries, lists, and ranges, and for loops using Python. Now I have an exercise for you. You need to write a program which iterates over items in a list and also a range from 1 to 5, okay? The list has the following items. It has hello world, a string, 1 an integer, my name is a string, and 10 an integer. And the program prints out each of these items on each iteration. Okay, so I hope you guys find the answer to this practice problem, and I'll see you in day 7 of the Python masterclass.